How are you going to stand out in a sea of realtors all saying the same thing? A lot of realtors make common mistakes when it comes to their advertising. And good advertising is simply just a sales pitch. And as real estate agents, we know exactly how to give a sales pitch. We do it all the time in our listing presentations, our buying presentations, and even just when we're trying to get those appointments, we are, trying to close on getting those appointments. So we're used to giving a sales pitch, but there seems to be a gap between what we're saying in person to our prospects or our leads in order to close the sale and what we're saying in our advertising and our marketing online. So simply, your ad is just a representation of yourself to get your sales pitch in front of as many eyeballs as you possibly can. So thousands of prospects are seeing and hearing your ads as if it's being communicated one-on-one. So if you had the chance to get in front of thousands of ideal prospects one-on-one, what would be the most compelling thing that you would say to them? So here's some questions to ask yourself before you write an ad, before you write something that you're trying to attract people into, a piece of content online. Ask yourself, what would you say to them if you were one-on-one in person with your ideal client? What would be the most compelling thing to say to them in order to raise their intrigue and their curiosity, making them want more, making them want to book that appointment with you to sit down and go over their specific needs and desires when it comes to buying or selling? What would make them want to reach out to you with very little risk to them? Because we know most people, they don't want to feel like they're being sold to, they don't want to feel like they're being pitched on something. So if your dream client was standing right in front of you, what would you say? That's what you need to take and replicate into your advertising, your marketing online. So sadly, what I see a lot of things happening in the real estate industry when it comes to advertising is most of the advertising and marketing messages out there from other realtors are very weak and vague. And they're often all saying the exact same thing. So it doesn't really build a case for a prospect to want to work with you if they turn around and there's 10 other agents saying the exact same thing all around them. So where I see most real estate agents are firing off features of their services and basically saying in their message, I'm here, I'm a real estate agent, come work with me. It's not very strong marketing, and I don't feel like it's very effective in bringing in those sophisticated prospects. So what is missing is the reason why they should work with you. I think that's the key point that is missing in a lot of the marketing and advertising online that I see other real estate agents doing. So, for example, when you Google real estate agent in Toronto, for example, that's where I am. So if you Google a realtor in your area, you'll see so many different results pop up, but they're often saying the same thing. So it could be like 20 years experience in the industry, reliable and trustworthy service. We operate with integrity, number one in this city or this neighborhood, but then you see like 5 or 6 other number ones in that specific city. So it confuses the prospect, and when they're making the decision on who to call, they're basically having to choose based on like who has the best website or who has the like shiniest marketing materials available. It doesn't really, you don't differentiate yourself enough basically. So you have to make it really easy for a prospect to be able to differentiate what you're going to do for them as opposed to what is offered by the sea of other real estate agents all saying the same thing. So your ad should make a strong case for your services as if you're standing in front of your prospect face to face. So you know how it feels when you're in that listing appointment and you just nail it and you're, telling them exactly what it's going to be like for you to work with them, and everything just clicks and it makes sense because you're sitting down and you're telling them exactly what it is they're going to get from you, why you are better than XYZ agents that are your competition. You need to kind of take that and package that into what you're putting out there online. Don't wait for that listing appointment or that buyer appointment. You have to give that stuff up front because these people these cold prospects online, they don't know you. You have to give them a reason, a compelling reason to be able to raise their hand and want to take the next step with you. So you have to raise that intrigue right away with people that you don't know and who don't know, like you, or trust you just yet. So take a look at your ads, your posts, your social media profiles. Ask yourself, if you wouldn't say the same thing to a prospect face to face, but you're putting it in your advertising, then you have to ditch all of your ads and start again from scratch. I hate to say it, but it's true. When people are buying or selling from you, they want usually just one thing. They may not be that hot prospect that is ready to buy or sell right now. And majority of people that are not targeted in real estate advertising most of the time are people that are just in that information gathering mode. So what they want is usually just one thing. They want information. They want useful, helpful information that cuts through the BS. So the more non-BS information that you can give them in your posts or your ads, anything that you put out there, the better the chance you will have to move them into action. And moving them into action looks like sending you a DM, sending you an email, getting on the phone, so that you can have that secondary conversation that you will then move into an in-person meeting where you can then close them as your clients. So I hope you got value from today's video. I think the number one thing you have to consider is just run the litmus test through everything you're putting out there, and take your best sales pitch that you have and try to replicate that, break it up into bits and pieces, and put it out there online. So if you got value from this video, please share it with another realtor that you think would benefit from it as well. And you can grab my free report, How to Generate Quality Real Estate Leads Online, at tesskeefe.com/leads, or most likely in a link around this video somewhere. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.